Well, without further ado, I want to bring on a friend of mine with me on stage, Keith Longbotham. He's a dear friend. Give him a big hand as he comes up and joins us. Keith Longbotham. Hey, Keith. How you doing, buddy? Appreciate you being here, son. Oh, hey, Keith Longbotham. Now, Botham, that's some kind of a name, Longbotham. I've always wanted to say Longbottom, but
most people do.
It ain't that long. It's just a little fella.
Well, I thought I never would get married because, you know, everybody in Texas, where I was raised, everybody called me Longbottom.
Yeah.
And you can't hardly find a woman that'll sign up to be called Mrs. Longbottom. You can't hardly get her done, you know.
It took him almost 40 years, too.
You're supposed to tell everything you know.
He even went for stretch exercises, I think. But bless your heart.
So, you know, I've got a funny last name. They named this little boy Odd. Can you imagine naming a little kid Odd?
Like odd, like different?
O-D-D, that was his name, Odd. Of course, the doctor laughed and the nurses laughed, and all you imagine all through, you know, junior high and high school, what kind of torture.
That's tough.
It would be tough to be named Odd, and in his adult life, everybody laughed at him. Even when he got to his senior adult years, everybody laughed. One night, he was about 65 years old. He lay in bed, and he told his wife, said, "Honey, I'm sick of this. I've been laughed at my whole life. I'm tired of being laughed at." He said, "When I die, don't put my name on my tombstone. You put the day I was born, the day I died. That's it." So about 10 years later, don't get ahead of me here, brother. About 10 years later, Odd passed away, and true to her husband's wishes, she bought him a beautiful tombstone, put the date of his birth, the date of his death. But you know, to this day, people walk through the cemetery and they'll look at that and say, "Isn't that odd?" He's a big old boy, a big guy, and he was tight. He squeaked, you know, and he wouldn't go have his teeth fitted, you know, and he got some from
probably from a loved one that was a little
somebody
small.
that all passed away, you know.
Tightwad.
But they's a little small, and so he swallowed them one day. So I'll just kind of put together a little song about it. So I think I'll. It was on one hot summer afternoon, man, we thought we had it made. We'd had our fill of a big country meal, we was napping around in the shade. The old Uncle Ben was a big fat man, soon he fell fast asleep. Then he snored and he sneezed, then he coughed and he wheezed, then he swallowed his false teeth. When he jumped up, he was blue in the face, we knew there was something wrong. When he got bug-eyed, we all realized his false teeth was gone. He said, "They're gonna have to cut me open," so they took him to old Doc Glass. Oh, you should have heard him holler when they charged him $50, said, "You'll just have to let them pass." I wish my wife could have been here tonight. I think all these folks would have loved to have met her, but you know, when you go off on these trips like this, it's just hard to remember everything. Went on and forgot her. Well, no, but Christmas is special. I mean, you know, you was talking about how I waited till I was 30, 40 to get married, you know, and I've been married for 14 years, and 13 been real good. The first one was the first year was a little rough because she was learning how to cook on me. I mean, that first year we'd pray after we ate. I mean, she thought the smoke alarm was a timer. I'm not kidding, buddy. I mean, it was bad. Came home from work one day, she crying. I said, "Babe, what are you crying about?" She said, "I made you a chocolate pie and our dog got in it and ate it." And I said, "Well, don't cry, I'll get you another dog." I mean, ain't no big deal about that. My gosh almighty. Aunt Trudy was a widow woman. She had a lot of money, 1,000 acres and a big old house. She passed away last Sunday. Now Trudy had a lot of kin, some lived way out of town. We weren't sure just where they were or how to track them down. But where there's a will, there's a relative.